Start.
Three, two, one. What's up, guys? Welcome to the DanRev Podcast. This is Chriselle, and I'm here with.
My name is Kevin Torino. I am a nursing student.
My name is Raymond Cristanyo, BSO student.
Yes, and in this episode, we will be discussing something very interesting and controversial as well, right, Kevin?
It is really controversial.
What are we going to discuss? But before that, let us have a prayer
Okay,
and pray.
let's pray then. Lord, we ask your guidance and your presence today as we will talk about this interesting topic of yours. We don't have the knowledge or enough knowledge about it, but we believe on you. We ask for the Holy Spirit to enlighten us. May this video will help the viewers and the listeners. This is our prayer in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
So by the way, guys, don't take it seriously. Don't take this video seriously because we are not scholars.
We're not theology scholars.
theology
We're not
scholars.
theology students. We are taking this Daniel and Revelation subject, where it's very interesting as well.
Yeah, we are tasked to do the podcast like this, and we will talk about, and we chosen this topic. The 144,000, are they symbolic?
And everything that we're going to share is just based on the thing, and then the books that we have read.
We have a
and the
different.
resources.
We have different references actually. So we might, in this video, we might have a little bit of disagreement. Or let's see. Okay.
Let's see.
So let's start. We prayed already.
What are we going to
And
talk
then
about?
the 144,000, we want to know their identity and their characteristics. Who are they? What are the question again? The questions about the 144,000, are they symbolical or are they literal number? Because in the church, it creates a really controversy and a conflict. And then the question is it really important to dig that deeper if it is symbolical or it is literal?
Does that really matter knowing is it literal or symbolical? Will
Okay.
that be
Let's see. And then where can we find it actually? It's in the Revelation
Chapter
14 verses
14.
1 to 4. I will read in verse 1 and then you will read in verse 2 and 3 and then read 4. Okay, verse 1 people. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads.
Verse 2. And I heard a voice from heaven, like the sound of many waters, and like the sound of loud thunder. And the voice which I heard was like the sound of harpists playing on their harps.
Verse 3, they sing a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures and before the elders. No one could learn that song except the 144,000 who had been redeemed from the earth.
Okay, verse 4. These are they which were not defiled with woman, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto God and to the Lamb. So now this is really very, very interesting now. Let's start with the verse 1. Okay. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him is the 144,000. So who is this lamb? Jesus. Let's take it as Jesus, okay? Because Jesus
The
is
only
the
lamb.
lamb. Yeah, he's the
Yes,
only
in
lamb
the Bible.
in the Bible, symbolical. Okay. And then with him is the 144,000, having his father's name. And then in their foreheads there is their father's name. Maybe what is the name of the father? Jehovah Jireh. God has many names though.
Yeah.
And but one thing is for sure is there is name in their foreheads. Okay, that means it's. If you have the name in your foreheads, what does it mean?
You have an identity.
You have your identity.
You can be distinguished.
Okay. If I have my name in my shirt, Eve, what does it mean?
It's yours.
Yeah, it's mine, right? Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So if
Right.
if there is a name of God in their foreheads,
You're considered.
Mhm. They are sealed and they are God's property.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
God's property. This 144,000 is absolutely God's property. Not a things, okay, not like the
Mhm.
property, but it's a good thing to own by God,
Mhm.
right? There is only the power that wants to own us.
It's such an assurance, and it gives us hope.
Yeah,
Mm.
I want God to own me.
Mhm.
How about you guys?
Yeah.
Of course.
There is only two
there's,
power.
there's no bottom line. It's either God will own you or
Satan.
enemy.
Yeah, Satan. Exactly. But that's the characteristic of the 144,000. There is a name of the Father in their foreheads. And then for me, what does it mean to me? Yeah, it God owns them. That means, that's God's property.
Yeah.
I mean, no one can touch them.
Yeah.
We have this God's protection in them.
Mm.
That's why. And then, diba, you remember when Jesus says, is it God? Oh, Paul, is it said? I'm not sure. That if God is within us, if God is with us, who can be
Who can
against
be
us?
against
Yeah.
us?
Is that Peter who said that? I'm not sure, guys. I cannot remember. There's in the Bible. We're gonna just flash it in the screen, okay? And in verse 2, you go.
Verse 2. What does it
And I
say?
heard.
And I heard a voice from heaven like the sound of many waters and like the sound of loud thunder. And the voice which I heard was like the sound of harpists playing on their harps.
What do you think about that? What is your take of in verse 2?
Like the sound of many waters. Look at it.
Like many waters. You know what? Do you have something in there in many waters? Actually, there is in the Bible about that many waters. Like I shared to you earlier.
In Psalms 29?
Yeah.
Am I right? Psalms 29. Of the sound of many waters.
Here I'm gonna look at here. Here. Soon we heard the voice of God. Hey, the living saints, the 144,000 in number, knew and understood the voice, while the wicked thought it was thunder and an earthquake. Let's see it again, okay? Let's read it again from the early writings, 1851, from the book Last Events.
Mhm.
Soon we heard the voice of God. The voice of God is heard repeatedly during the period immediately preceding Christ's return. So the voice of God was heard by the 144,000 before Christ will come.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now, but the voice is not so clear to the multitude.
So the other people who are not part of the 144,000.
They don't really answer the voice of God.
Mhm.
Because it's like many waters which gave us the day and hour of Jesus coming.
Mhm.
But, the living saints, the 144,000 in number, knew and understood the voice, while the wicked thought it was just a thunder and an earthquake. Can you please read Psalms 29?
Psalms 29. Wait.
Psalms 20.
It's verse 4, right?
Verse 29, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Ascribe to the Lord, O sons of the mighty. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord of the glory due to his name. Worship the Lord in holy array. I remember this song.
Yeah. It's actually a song. Then
The
verse...
voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord is over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is majestic.
So, you know what, the 144,000, Brother Matthew, knew the voice of God.
Mhm.
Yes.
And they heard the voice of God, but for the
other-
multitudes, for
Other
people,
people.
for the sinners,
They are
they are just thunder and earthquake. What does it mean to us?
It means
That it means thunder and earthquake, but for the 144,000 is the voice of God, and they understood that it is they knew the hour and the day of Jesus coming.
If Mga animals like pets,
Okay.
diba? When they knew their owner, they can recognize.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
They can recognize. And we are sealed sa
Go
in
on.
our foreheads. We are God's property. We are God's daughters. We are God's sons. And that means if we are His, we can recognize His voice.
Yeah.
We know Him. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. How much? Your take there. It's beautiful.
I agree.
Go back there. Share
There's
something.
there's no deeper for me. I have no deeper explanation. about
Okay.
that. But just like what Giselle said, absolutely. If we are God's own people,
Mhm.
we could really recognize.
The
His
voice.
voice.
The voice of God. Yeah. You know what? Jesus actually gave us a warning in Matthew 24. Before He will come again in this earth, He will give us warning that
There are
before in
lots.
His coming, there are a lot of signs.
Signs.
In wonders in natures.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you know what people, how they take it nowadays? You think this global warming that is happening, I mean, scientists, they take it as it is a natural phenomenon in this earth. But maybe, you know
And
what,
also they think of it as the end of the world also.
yeah, for some people, this is the end, or this is a penalty of our, sins.
The consequences of what we've
Sins.
done.
But of course, it is really the consequences of our action that makes this world
Definitely.
worse. But by the way, in the Bible context, when Jesus gives us the warning, before in His coming there are earthquakes, there are actually thunders and lightning. I mean, many signs that will happen before
Wonders in nature.
in His coming. And for some people, oh, it's just a natural phenomenon.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it. But for God's people, but for me, because I want to be part of this,
Of course.
Yeah, more or less.
I take it as, oh, it is God's sign
Mhm.
that He is really coming so near.
At
Very
the door.
Very, very
At the
soon.
door. He's coming
Ah,
at the door. I mean, that's how we see it. Because Jesus actually gives a very good wisdom. You will know when it's summer. Why?
Mm.
Because it's hot.
Because it's well, I can distinguish. Summer na siya pag ang day gani
Mm.
dugay
Okay.
mag-night.
Mhm.
Dugay mag-night.
I mean,
It's already summer.
parang about sa natures. I mean, we don't have winter in the
Philippines.
Philippines, but we have summer days.
We have
But
aircon.
we have aircon. From why I'm lost. Like in the Philippines, if it's summer, there are a lot of fruits.
Mm.
It's
Mango.
bearing fruits. That's summertime, and we know that it's summer. Or when summer is coming, because aside of being hot, I mean the atmosphere is hot. There's the fruit bearing. I mean the trees bearing fruit bears flowers, and we know it's summer.
The summer is coming.
Yeah, the summer is coming. What does it mean to us? That means that we will know when Jesus will come because the signs is fulfilling.
Yeah.
You got the
I
point.
get
I
it.
mean, I get it. Yeah, that's my point. So the voice of God is just like waters to other people or thunder, but for the saints, but for the 144,000,
It's already a sign.
it's already a sign. It's already God's voice for them.
Yeah.
That. If you already knew the instructions of God through the thunders and things, what you will do? Like for
Of course,
example,
I will prepare.
exactly.
I will-
You will prepare, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing that you will do, that you can do for yourself and for the other people and for your
Prepare.
family. To be prepared and to prepare for that event, right?
Mhm.
You said event.
That event.
There's a lot of events that's already occurred, and yeah, what we're
But
doing.
it's the finale, I think.
So what kind
even
of-
before now.
What kind of preparation do you think the 144,000 is doing? So my question is, if the 144,000 knew the day and the hour of Jesus coming, what kind of preparation
Are they doing?
they are doing,
Yeah.
right? What do you think?
You said
I mean,
earlier that you
what
want
is
to
the
be
best?
part.
What is the best preparation?
Spiritual preparation, of course.
Spiritual preparation. I mean, when you say preparation, umado ka lang. I mean, what can we bring to heaven?
Character.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What else?
What else?
What else can we bring to heaven?
There are two C's, right?
To see what's that? Character and...
Character and I forgot so.
I think I still remember the other one, the character and the people that we can
Oh, yeah.
that converted.
The convert.
I mean converted, or the one that we converted to Christ, or the one, I mean, souls that we
Brought.
We brought.
that we brought to Christ.
Yeah.
Did you know,
That's
I
right.
have read it from the writings of Ellen White,
Go
that
ahead.
there are no starless crown in heaven.
Yeah.
Mm.
When we say there's no starless crown in heaven, we cannot enter heaven alone.
Mm-hmm.
We should
Yeah.
have someone with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice because our crowns, there must be a star, and that star actually symbolize a soul that you,
You brought.
as an instrument of God,
Mm.
you brought souls to Christ.
Yeah. So that could mean that the preparation that we should be doing is to prepare souls
Yeah.
for the coming of Jesus.
So if this
Heaven.
144,000 is preparing for Christ's return, I think they are preparing for their character.
Yeah.
And they're preparing
We're tasked
people.
to just plant,
Plan.
and then when Jesus comes, he's going to harvest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that harvest time is the second coming of Christ.
Mhm.
There is actually a very good story that I remember that I want to share to you. There is a girl who wants to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Heaven.
And then the gatekeeper told her, no one can enter here unless, I mean, there's someone
With you.
with you.
Um,
I think it's a dream.
I don't know by pair.
yeah, it's by pair.
by pair, by group.
No, hindi pwedeng single. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a dream. I heard that from Amazing Facts, stories that, I mean, she dreamed that she went to heaven, but then she cannot enter because the gatekeeper of that kingdom told her that she cannot enter unless there is someone with her. And then when she walked up, then she realized that that she need to be, I mean, she have to be co-workers with Christ
Yeah.
and bring souls for Christ. But you know what? This woman was an active church member, but she is not involved to a practical soul winning.
Mm.
So we can be actually the active church members, participating in our programs. But then, what are we doing to really bring souls for Christ?
There are actually ways, different ways,
Different
depending on what gifts we have.
Yeah. You are good in singing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
You
if
can
there
do
are
some
I don't know if there are converts because of our song.
Yeah.
But I think
Praying.
it's one way. It's one way.
Yeah.
There's one way.
There are also people who don't have such like talents, but they have this giving heart.
What did you give us?
Like they're such a giver. They're so generous.
Mm.
So, I'm not that person.
Yeah, and like you don't have that skill. You don't have the talent to preach. You don't have the talent to sing or whatever. Like ano na tawag man.
You mean altruistic?
Like part of the church, like participant sa mga church programs.
But then,
But then with your character,
Yeah.
like you are generous, like you are kind to your neighbors especially,
Mateo.
they could have that impression. They would
Yeah.
really see Jesus in you. That's something very
A
important.
simple smile is showing that you're kind, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of smile?
What kind of smile?
So, Mateo, when you're dormitorying, I mean, you have your co-roommate, right?
Yeah.
How they see you kind roommate?
As I evaluate myself,
No, you don't have to answer that question. It's of
It's something
analysis.
that we cannot
Yeah,
answer
we should
with them.
actually examine ourselves if we are really kind enough that our neighbor can see Christ in us.
Yeah.
There should be a regular like evaluation of ourselves
Because the best,
by moment.
because the best representation of Christ is character.
Yeah.
Because character cannot deny, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's in verse 2, right? And I heard a voice from heaven as the
Okay.
voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder, and I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. If the voice of God is like thunder, like many waters, but we can learn that. We
Mm.
can learn that if we don't really know God's voice now, might be because the books that we are reading, the videos that we're watching, the music that we're listening is not really the voice of God. We can read the voice of God where?
The
In the
Bible.
Bible.
In the Bible, right? Once you study the Bible.
And one more thing, if we spend more time with God, we could really know His voice.
Because the sheep know His voice. I mean, the
The
sheep
sheep
know
knows
the voice of
his
His shepherd.
Yeah. But
That's Jesus. Who is
Yes.
our shepherd?
Of
Matthew.
course.
Jesus Christ.
I really want to, Matthew to talk a lot because he's so solid on this video. I talk a lot. I'm so sorry. It's me. Talkative.
This is podcast.
I am the only one. Okay.
Talking.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's continue. We
Verse.
should hear the voice of God. I mean, Jesus is our shepherd.
Shepherd.
And hey, wait, before I will forget this. There is a Bible character that walk with God.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely. Of course, it's Enoch.
Yeah, it's Enoch. Enoch after he
Maybe.
begat Methuselah.
Mm.
Methuselah is the oldest man ever lived.
Mm-hmm. 960.
69? 96?
69.
69.
969.
969. Almost 1,000. Let's see it later. We're not so sure in our references. Oh my goodness. Okay, by the way, Enoch walked with God and then God taught him. When kinuha siya ng Panginoon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hindi siya nakita kasi, God adored him so much. Because in all his ways, he walked with God. Oh my goodness, I like that.
Like, he's not gonna suffer, like, martyrdom or whatever.
Wait.
Like,
What if
it's
our
amazing.
video ended now? And there's no more battery. I have to check it, okay? Guys. Oh, there's still.
Mhm.
That's right.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah. Guys, because my phone is about to die. Okay. By the way, go to
Let's
verse
go to verse
3.
3.
Verse
Okay.
3.
They sang.
Go.
And they sang a new song before the throne and before the four living creatures,
Mhm.
the elders, and no one could learn the song except the 144,000 who had been purchased from the earth.
Now, Mate, what does it mean to you? And they sang, as it were, a new song before the throne. Like, as if it is a new song to the hearers
Mm-hmm.
in that throne. And before the four beasts. Beast here is actually, I don't know, but in a symbolical
Four
sense, it's a
beasts.
kingdom.
I think it has been mentioned in the early chapters, 4, 5, 6,
Okay, what's it?
right?
Yeah.
There, like, it was a vision on how it looked like. The
me-
throne of God, like there were
Beasts.
four beasts around it,
leopard
and
or
the
what?
24
I think in
elders.
Revelation chapter 7, I think.
Okay.
No, 5
5.
or 6. 4, 4. No.
By the way, let's not. You share that later, okay? The four beasts and the elders. But this song is as if it is a new song to those people in the throne, and no man can learn that song. What does it mean? I practice. I am part of the choir, okay? But we practice a lot. We practice a lot of songs, and we can learn songs as long as we practice that song, right? But this song is different.
Could they have been
No.
practicing? Like we don't know that they're practicing already.
Yeah. I mean, even though I will practice this song,
I want to be part of that choir.
you should audition. But I mean, and the
What
olders,
does it take to be qualified?
God doesn't call the qualified; He qualifies the called.
Or call me.
Alright. And the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000, which were redeemed from there. What does it mean that no one can learn this song? What kind of song is this? Because that doesn't mean if how many times I will practice this song, I will never learn this song, that tune. I don't know what kind of song, but you know what? There's actually a very good point in 144,000. In the Spirit of Prophecy, Music from Heaven. The 144,000 sing the song of their experience. Upon a crystal sea before the throne, the sea of glass that were mingled with fire. So resplendent is it with the glory of God, are gathered the company that have gotten the victory over the beast. So this song that you will sing is the song of their experience. You cannot sing my experience, boy.
No.
Because it's my experience, right? I cannot sing your experience too.
So it's your own experience. You are the one who really express it to us.
Portray that. I am the only, if it's my experience, I'm the only one can share, can sing that faithfully, amazingly, beautifully.
So,
I only can remember that. So that
I
song
could
is
remember
experience.
in our assignment
Mhm.
before we would distinguish the song of the 144,000 and the song of the Israelites.
Mhm. Go ahead.
What do you think about that? What did you answer? The song of Moses?
So Moses, I learned the song in Moses in Psalms. In Exodus 15,
I think 14.
14, 15. Like, I will sing it to the Lord. I will sing it to the Lord. Try to come. Yeah, the song. But I think that's not the. That's the song of Moses too.
What could
When
be
they
their
passed through the
difference?
Red Sea.
There's actually a parallelism about the
There
two
is.
songs. Like the song of the saints. I know. The song of Moses is about the song of deliverance. And the song of the song of the 144,000 is a song of triumph.
Oh my goodness, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
A song.
They're
This week-
victorious.
Victorious
Of course,
song.
that is a song that we've had victory over all of those challenges, all of those trials in this earth.
I think I really have this desire in my heart. Aside of want to graduate, I really want to sing this song. The only way to sing this song is to be part of this 144,000. Right?
So
No one. I really want.
let us live
You
our
want to?
lives daily.
You want to be part of this.
yeah,
Of course.
of course.
And now